Let's do it.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Screw the News. Excuse me, I just finished dinner, man. Now, my wife called out to that Mongolian barbecue that she likes so much here in Pismo Beach. She got a text from them earlier today, said they brought a new cook in all the way from Wuhan, China. A little guy by the name of Slingshot High, and that boy can cook. I mean, it was outrageous tonight, isn't it? Whew, that was happy. Hey, we're going to go globe trotting tonight. Oh my God, we're going to go from Canada all the way down to Australia. And we're going to go to New Orleans too. Eunice is going to take you on a little trip. A song I wrote a while back about the streets of New Orleans. Girl looking for some talent, couldn't find it. You know, she's new to the show. So we are helping her out as much as we can. She's looking for talent. You know, she's looking for the down home stuff. You guys do bluegrass or whatever. Here, right here. Send it to screwthenews2020@gmail.com. And I'll pass along to Eunice, and she'll put you on the show because that girl hungry for talent. She's hungry for a lot of things. I think she's hungry for love. I'm not sure, but anyway, tonight, I got something I want to talk to you about, and I think it's got a funny ending, but it's a serious situation, and Johnny Booty made me aware of my responsibility to you. You know, I'm here to promote your music, and you know, you're out there practicing and putting your tunes together and all that stuff, and I mean, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to become good. I mean, proficient at your profession here. You know, you just can't be half-assed anymore. You've got to be top of your game. And I thought I'd pass a little story along about what happened to Pelvis and missed opportunities because of misjudgment and just a dumb way of living your life, you know. And if I can help you out through my story, and like I said, I think it's got a pretty funny ending. I didn't mean to be funny. I was serious when I said this, and you'll see the punchline to this thing. And guy asked me a question, and I honest to God, gave him a truthful answer. So I'm going to tell you the story and see if you think if the ending's funny, all right? So back in the mid-'80s, I got called to New York, go back to New York. One of the founding members of MTV wanted to present a deal to me. My agent called me up. They sent me a first-class ticket. I hopped the plane, and I got to New York City, and they had me up, and my agent and I up in the Waldorf Astoria. I mean, top shelf, man, all the way. And we had a meeting with these guys in the morning. You know, got in there, I was a little jet lagged and all of that. So they set this meeting up for the next morning, and I was going to go in there and sign my future, you know, and make life easy on myself. And those days, there weren't cell phones. Everybody had pagers. And I'm up in my room, and my pager goes off. And I look at this number, and I didn't recognize the number, but I called it back. And here was a drummer that I used to hang with years ago. And my agent handles him too. And he heard through the grapevine that I was in New York. And he says, hey, I said, Smitty, what are you doing, man? Where you at? And he says, I'm in New York. I heard you're back here too. He says, let's get together and have a drink. And I said, sure, man. I said, I'm at the Waldorf Astoria. He said, well, I'm not too far from you. He says, I'll drive down there. We'll have a drink there and, you know, get together again. I said, all right. So he came down and we met in the bar and we had a drink. And he says, hey, let's get out of here. He said, I know a place that has some great music, and we go down there and listen to some music. So we left there, and you know, he had a little toot with him, and we started tooting and hooting and carrying on and bar hopping, and One bar led to another. And I tell you the truth. This is God's honest truth I'm telling you here, all right? We walked into a bar, and there was a woman putting her coat on. It was, it's cold outside, and she's getting ready to leave. And Pelvis being Pelvis, being the ladies' man that I am or was, I said to her, hey, you're not leaving, are you? I just came all the way over here to buy you a drink. And this guy walks up to me and he goes, can I help you? I said, oh, no, man, I'm sorry. He said, no. He looked at her and he says, here he is. You've been looking for him all night. Here he is. And I was kind of dumbfounded by his approach here. And he says to me, let me see your driver's license. What? He says, let me see who you are. So I showed him my driver's license. He looks at it and goes, Pelvis. So Pelvis, he says, okay, he says, I know who you are. He says, you want to stay with this guy? And she says, well, I'll have a drink with him. And he says, okay. He says, anything happens to her, I know who you are. I said, nothing's going to happen to her, man. We're just out here having fun. Okay. Now, the rest of it gets blurry. All right. And I'll tell you the God's honest truth. I don't know what happened to Smitty. Like I said, that happened in the mid-'80s. And that's the last I saw that man or heard from him. I didn't see him anymore that night. I didn't see him the next day. I haven't seen him to this day. All right, so I don't know what the hell happened to him. But I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I woke up the next morning, I'm in bed with this woman, and I looked over and there's a clock on the nightstand, and here it is, it's 10 o'clock. And I had a 9 o'clock meeting. I went, oh, no. I shook her, I woke her up, and I said, where's your telephone? And she handed me the phone, and I punched my agent's number into it. And I said, here, punch your number in this when this answers. So she did. I paged him. I called his pager number. So a couple minutes later, the phone rings and she answers. He goes, yeah, he's here. Hang on. And he goes, where the hell are you at? And I said, I tell you the truth, I don't know. I said to her, where am I at? She said, you're on Staten Island. And I said, I'm on Staten Island. Honest to God, this is the God's honest truth. He said to me, did you take a ferry there? And honest to God, I looked around the room and I said, if I did, he's not here now. And he said, really, Pelvis? You're going to start joking? You start joking now? You missed the biggest opportunity of your life. He said, they left. They left, man. It's gone. So, I told you that story. Like I said, to me, I can laugh at the ending now because it's been that many years. It's been, God, how many years? 40 years? But it was devastating, I don't know where I would have been. I wouldn't be here, but I don't know where I would have been in my life had I gone to that meeting and signed that contract and taken off. So, like Johnny Booty says, if you're doing it, don't. If you're thinking about doing it, please don't. And if you think it's going to help you out, you're dead wrong. So that's enough said from Pelvis. Take that advice, leave that advice, do what you want with it. We're getting on with this show. Well. Hey, I put a little thing together, and I thought I'd do a little bit of this every week, show you people what it was like. And I put this little video together about me and my brothers, and I hope you enjoy this. And it's just a quick little thing and tell you a little bit about my childhood and all that stuff. So it's going to be an ongoing thing, just little snippets here and there, okay? So enjoy this video. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. There may be a little fantasy in there, but it's a cute little thing. I'm keep it going every week, and I hope you enjoyed that. But All right, so now, I'm gonna tell you something. All of us walk to the beat of a different drummer. And I'm going to give you a little insight to the beat that Pelvis walks by. And this is what rocks my soul. So you just know where I'm coming from. And I'm setting it up because we're going into an area of music that I know nothing about, okay? And there's, millions of people into it, but it's just not my genre, okay? But so I want to let you know where I'm coming from. And I love any kind of music. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. This is the first one I've heard that I listened to all of his stuff, and it doesn't rock my soul, but, I don't go, what the hell? It's good. It's above good. It's excellent, for the genre that it's in. But I'm going to tell you this. You go listen to Creedence Clearwater Revival. That rocks me. You listen to the Rolling Stones, Give Me Shelter. Ooh, that really rocks me. And I'm going to tell you a little funny story about, go listen to Bob Dylan, Thunder on the Mountain. Now, I was heading home one night, and at that time, I lived in this gated community. They rolled the sidewalks up at 8 o'clock, and after 8 o'clock, you could hear a pin drop in that neighborhood. I had that song, Thunder on the Mountain, up so loud in my car, and I was getting close to home. I said, God, I can't go in there like with this, man. I want to hear it. I want to finish it. And I pulled into a parking lot of a supermarket. And I'm sitting on the far end of that parking lot waiting for this, listening to this song. And I just go, oh my God. It just had me. It just grabbed me. Okay, so listen to those 3 songs and you'll see where Pelvis is coming from. Now, let's get back into this introduction. Not only do I think this guy's good, there's a lot of people think this guy's great. And I've gotten emails from Australia, from 2 different radio stations. I got an email from a guy in Rio de Janeiro, a guy that was on the show here a while back, talking about this guy. And the radio station, well, how in the hell did you get him on? We've been trying to get a hold of this guy, and they want us. I can't give you any information. That contact him. If he doesn't want to contact you, I can't do anything for you. And then, I talked to some local people here, and because DJs here in this town make phenomenal money, phenomenal. I just wanted to see what the scene was like and what's going on, because like I say, I'm completely ignorant of this whole genre, and that's techno music, and this guy is Dej Makatata, and he's out of Perth, Australia, and apparently, he's just rocking that place down there, and not only there, but South America, Central America, Mexico, every place I checked, they knew who this guy was. My ignorance, and but anyhow, enough said. Let me roll this video, and you judge for yourself. And I appreciate it. He's got his Reverb Nation site up there. Go and take a look at it. Take a listen and see. Make the judgment for yourself. Okay, let's roll this.
Ayo.
Okay, for you that are into that genre, these Makatatata, that's hard for me to say, man. My tongue gets all big in my mouth. These Makatatata. You're going to hear a lot from this guy in the future. I know you are. This guy's going to he's probably going to be here in Vegas and different shows around after this COVID thing's over. I know this guy's going to he's got a bullet. I mean, this guy has got a bullet and he's going to go. Now we're going to settle things down a little bit. And I tell you, I can't get off this guy. I want to thank him from the bottom of my heart because I know everybody and their brothers after him to be on their radio shows and this and that. And he was kind enough to contact me. And that gives my show credibility, and I thank him for that. And Deej Makatatata, thank you very much. I appreciate you. All right, let's get down home. And I mean, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I don't know what she beholding. People think she's pretty, but she is, and she's got her way about her. So here we go. TG's Down Home, featuring our own Miss Eunice Utah. Take it, darling. Hi, y'all, and welcome to TG's Down Home. This is my second episode, and I'm still as excited as I was on the first one, and I'm just so happy to be here. And I've got a treat for you tonight. But first off, I want you to look how nice this looks on me. Now, I told you last week that a friend of mine had a store and she was going to handle these T-shirts for Pelvis. But you know what that man did? He is a genius. He's a marketing genius. I swear he is. He went ahead and opened up his own store. And he said if I went like this, he'd put the link to the website right here. So I'm doing this. I don't see anything, but he says it'd be there when the episode comes. I just take his word for it, you know. But anyhow, I am just pleased as punch. And another thing that man did for me tonight, because, you know, I'm so new at this and I haven't been able to round up any talent, but I want you all if you want to be on my show, you want to be on my segment, please, please, please just get in touch with me because Eunice needs some talent. And I couldn't find anybody. And I called him up and I was crying. I said, Pelvis, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to let you down. I don't have anybody for this week's episode. He said, darling, don't you worry. You go ahead and take one of my songs and highlight that. I'd be proud of it. So tonight, as a treat for you, that man is going to sing a song that he wrote, and I just hope you enjoy it, but that's what we're going to highlight tonight. But listen, about this store, okay? He's got coffee cups, and he's got T-shirts there. And, you know, he was going to put the baseball hats on, but they're so expensive, and he doesn't want to put you under any obligation for a high price. The T-shirts are really reasonable price, and so are the coffee mugs, you know. And then next week, I'm probably going to have one here with me. So if you want, go get it. I'm going to do it again. It was so much fun. And right here, he said, okay? And talking about coffee, that man, like I say, he's a marketing genius. He's got that buy me a coffee, okay? And I'm going to do it again. Here we go. Right here. This is where you can buy Pelvis a cup of coffee. Now, I know that man, he just loves his coffee. You know, I got to say something, you know. That Pelvis and that Johnny Booty. Now, I haven't seen Bruce yet. But that Pelvis and that Johnny Booty, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to put myself out there and just tell you all, I don't know what that Bruce looks like, but I'm sure he's as handsome as those two. But those two guys there, I'd make a sandwich out of those two, and I'd keep that Bruce for dessert. You know what I'm saying there? Ooh, whew. Oh my Lord, I just got me worked up thinking about that. But how about that Johnny Booty and them's tattoos? Now, I'm going to tell you a little story that's embarrassing for me, okay? But I want to tell you because I don't want you to make the same mistake I did. This was a few years back, but this is what I did. I'm in love with that Steven Tyler and that Mick Jagger from them Rolling Stones. Now those two boys, and them, I just know them lips are kissable, you know. So what I did is I went to a tattoo parlor and I had a picture of Mick Jagger and I had a picture of Steven Tyler. All right. And I told that guy, I said, look, I want Mick Jagger on the inside of this thigh, and I want Steven Tyler on the inside of this thigh. Something about them two guys, lip to lip between my legs, just, whew, give me the vapors. So he went to work, and I mean, that man was between my legs longer than any man I've ever been with. You know what I'm saying? He was down there. And you know what about men, though? They spend more damn time looking for a golf ball than they do looking how to please a woman. You know what I'm saying? Then that's my experience in life. Anyhow, getting back to my tattoo. So that boy was down there for forever and ever. And finally he says to me, there you go, Eunice, take a look. And I looked down and I said, holy Jesus, what did you do? I said, it doesn't, ooh, that doesn't look like either one of them. I said to him, I said, that, no, that's not the pictures I said, I'm not going to pay you for this. I said, I'm not paying for this. And he said to me, Eunice, before you get out of here without paying me, we're going to get another opinion, okay? So he went out into the street and got a stranger come in. And he told that stranger, he said, you take a look up there and tell me who those guys are. You know, that boy got down there and he was squinting and looking and carrying on. He goes, now, I don't know who these two guys are on the side here, but that guy in the center, that's Willie Nelson. What? And then he started going, Willie, hey, Willie. I said, what the hell is wrong with you? And then he jumped back, he goes, oh my God, he winked at me. I went, oh my Lord, I got out of there. I didn't pay him. I'm Willie Nelson, but come on. So I got home, you know what? I stood over a mirror and I looked and then I saw a picture of Willie and I want you to take a look. Take a look at this. You know, I can almost see how that boy made that mistake. You know, well, anyhow, that's my problem. Now here's Pelvis singing Streets of New Orleans. All right? Now you enjoy this and I'll talk to you when I get back. I'm just telling you, that Pelvis is just not a handsome boy. That boy is talented. That's him playing the guitar on that and singing. Oh my Lord, the sandwich we wouldn't make him. Oh my, I don't even get there anymore. Well, listen, this is Eunice saying, I hope you enjoyed my segment and I want you to come back because I just love being, wait a minute. Man, and Bob out there mowing the lawn. Who mows a lawn with a camera around their neck? He just can't wait to see me in this T-shirt. You know, I told him about it. He said, Eunice, come on out with that T-shirt on. I ain't going to do it, though. Anyhow, you come back. Eunice will be here. And I may park this truck someplace else. And, you know, that's the nice thing about having a mobile home. You know, there's an RV, and I can go anywhere I want. Anyhow, that's me talking to myself here. Anyhow, you come back and see old Eunice, okay? And as I love what Pelvis says, I'm going to say the same thing. Peace, all right? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. And she's the sweetest thing. She is so sweet. Hey, listen, if you're in that genre, if you're in the bluegrass and down-home music, here's where you can get a hold of Eunice, Utah. Send it right here to Screw the News 2020, and I'll pass it along to her, and we'll get this girl rocking. I don't know about those tattoos. I don't know if I'd take a peek up there to see. I hope she had them removed. I don't know. Anyhow, Willie Nelson, are you kidding me? Okay, whew. Enough of that. Let's go up north. Now, we're going to go over into Canada. And we don't have to climb any wall or anything here across that border. But I'll tell you what, if the Canadians are smart, they'll build a wall along the U.S.-Canadian border just to keep talent like this in. Not so much to keep us out, but to keep this talent in. I mean, this girl is outrageous, and a young girl, Sohela. And she's bilingual, she did good, she got Latin music, everything. I mean, this girl is good. So take a look at this, an award-winning. Oh my God, girl's got more awards than Marie Johns, I think. You know, and that girl's got a rocket too. So Sohela from Canada, take a listen to this. I think you're gonna fall in love with her like I did. Take it, Sohela.
I intend to erase you, along with every little thing that you left, 'cause all they do is remind me of the way you failed me, betrayed me, and left me without a care. You wanted a world I wasn't in. All the things I've been keeping with intention to return are now gone, they're now wasted. But I enjoy the fire's burn, glass creatures and stones filled with anger. The pictures and t-shirts of a stranger. I have run for the last time.
All right, go to Reverb Nation, all these, you know. Deej Makata Kata, Sohela, I'm sorry, Deej. I have such a problem with that. I just, this old, maybe my teeth are loose or something. I don't know. I get some denture cream going here or something, but I don't have denture. But anyhow, I don't know. My tongue gets big in my mouth. Deej Makata Tata, Sohela, all the Reverb Nations, and that song that Eunice just did for me, you know, that Streets of New Orleans. I've got a Reverb Nation, and there's a whole bunch of my songs up there. I appreciate if you check in on me too. So anyway, Sohela, that beautiful, you're a beautiful young girl, and congratulations on all your awards, and you're deserving of it. Okay. My buddy, my brother, my older brother, 3 minutes. Can you give me a break on that one? 3 minutes? Okay. Johnny Booty down at Save Your Ass Rehabilitation Center. All right, Johnny, my brother. Talk to the peeps. Hey, how you doing? Johnny Booty here. I just got an email from Pelvis telling me he sent me something on my monitor. So a couple minutes here, we'll take a look at that. You know, last week I said I'd like to get in promoting some blues. And apparently there's a guy that been working with Pelvis ever since the show started, a guy by the name of Paul Robert Thomas. And apparently he wrote a song a while back about Robert Johnson selling his soul to the devil. And apparently his grandson wrote him a letter. And Paul Robert Thomas wrote another song, and it's called Crossroad Blues. And I'm going to feature that song tonight. It's a great song. And but first, let's see what Pelvis has here for me on the monitor. Let me bring that up.
Johnny, Johnny,
Yeah, Papa.
chewing gum,
Yeah, Papa.
telling lies.
Yeah,
Open your mouth.
ha, ha, ha.
If anybody has seen Johnny, we've got a little something to talk about.
Oh, sweet Jesus, another one. We're going to be a gang at Thanksgiving again this year. I'll tell you what, darling. Get in touch with me. We'll work it out, okay? You can get in line with the others there. Cute little girl. I make some good-looking babies. I got to stop doing it, though. Oh, my God, another one. Oh, my Lord Jesus. All right. Well, anyhow, let's get back to the blues, which I surely got right now. So here we go. First of all, I'm gonna read this letter that Robert Johnson's grandson wrote to Paul Robert Thomas. All right. And he said, "I'm Stephen Johnson, Vice President of the Robert Johnson Blues Foundation and grandson of the late icon Robert Johnson. I also happen to be a preacher of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I never believed that my grandfather sold his soul to the devil because he, my grandfather, didn't own his soul. God owned it. What I do believe is the hard work and much practice allowed my grandfather to learn his skills on the guitar. Just as Eric Clapton, B.B. King, the Rolling Stones, and many other great artists that attribute my grandfather's music as being a springboard for their success. Had to practice and still practice some more. My granddad worked hard to obtain his skills. You know, and that's the truth right there, you know. There's some people that they got the gene and things come a little bit easier to them in music and that, but there's nothing there that can't be learned. But you know what it takes? It takes practice. And they say practice makes perfect, but if you're practicing something wrong, it makes permanent, okay? So make sure you're practicing something right. And what is it, the 10,000 hours? You better damn believe it. It takes practice, 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 and then some more practice. You know, I can't remember who said it, but somebody asked, I wish I could remember the name, but this famous singer-songwriter. And they asked him about a song. He said, well, hell, if I knew I was going to have to sing that thing every day for the rest of my life, I would have never written it. But that's what you got to do, you know? It's the same material. You just play it over and over and over again. And keep making new stuff. But anyhow, let's get to this Crossroad Blues. Let's roll this video, and I'll talk to you when we get back here, okay?
Johnson's grandson, he sent me a note, a letter to me, it wrote. Robert Johnson's grandson, he sent me a note, a letter to me, it wrote. Said he'd read my words, he'd heard our song. Said, but what we had sung was wrong. Said Robert never lied, never stole. Robert never lied, never. Said he never ever sold his soul. Robert never lied, never stole. Said he never ever sold his soul. His riches never his to sell. It belonged in heaven, not in hell. Crossroads in the still of night. Crossroads.
Okay, that's Robert Johnson, Crossroad Blues. Now, for those youngins out there that don't know who Robert Johnson is, go to YouTube, do some research on this man. I mean, these guys were doing it right from the beginning. They're the ones that made it up, and everybody else has been following them. So, you know, that's the foundation for everything. So if you don't know who he is, go back onto YouTube and listen to some of his music. Listen to all of his music, all right? Well, being the new father again, oh my God, oh my God. Anyhow, let's, I got something for you on the monitor tonight. You know, this monitor keeps me amused, so let's take a look at what we got on the monitor tonight. Oh, sweet Jesus. That light bulb must have been in the closet, huh? How in the hell can changing a light bulb lead to something? Oh, my Lord, my Lord. It's a circus around here, you know. I'm here to save their ass. But I'm laughing my ass off every day around here, you know. As serious as drugs are, and I'm going to say it to you every week, if you're doing it, stop. If you're thinking about doing it, don't. All right? And if you think it's going to help you out in your performance or whatever, you're dead wrong. All right. But enough said. This is Johnny Booty. I'm signing off for this week. Like Pelvis always says, peace. Take care of one another. Glad my lights are all on. I got a light bulb. No, I ain't gonna change any light bulbs around that place. I can tell you that. What the hell was that all about? Anyway, hey, I'd like y'all to think about buying Pelvis a cup of coffee, all right? We're affiliated with a few things, and we got the T-shirts going on. I mean, Eunice told you about that. And it's all to support this channel. Now, JCB Music's coming up here in a little bit. He's not a sponsor. I'm doing the same thing I'll do for you. You hook up with me, and if you're got the talent, I'll push you to the sky. I'll push you to the limits. And that's what I do with JCB Music. And you know, like Kev Foster, you know, I had him on the show. He expressed an interest in being on the show. Well, he's coming up next. But you know, anybody out there that wants to get ahead and you think Pelvis can help you, get in touch with me. screwthenews2020@gmail.com. But if you could help us support it, get better equipment now, because the only thing I want the money for is to make the show better. I'll buy better equipment, get more programs that make the edits better and all that stuff. So if you can buy me a cup of coffee right down there, I'd appreciate it. And a portion of the money go into a pool to get you guys produced at JCB Music in San Diego, okay? So it's all about the show. It ain't about me. Hell, I got Mongolian barbecue in the refrigerator. I have leftovers. Pelvis ain't starving to death here. So if you can help the show out, we'd appreciate it. We just say buy Pelvis, but it's for the show, okay? So T-shirts, coffee mugs, buy me a coffee. All right, it's all right down here. So if you do that for Pelvis, I deeply appreciate it. All right, like I promised you, here's Kev's Lick of the Week. Take it, Kev.
Hey, welcome back to Kev's Lick of the Week. This week, another one of my favorites. Fortunately, we lost him a couple years ago as well. Tom Petty, Last Dance with Mary Jane. So it's like an A minor, but you're going to take this one note off, pull it on there. G, E, A minor again. And the second time they put this little pinky down here on this A minor 7th, whatever it is. So I'll play through, you can see if you can follow along. Took a while getting the timing down, but I still love that stuff. Good tunes. Anyhow, hope you have a good day. Keep rocking, keep practicing, and got questions, let me know. Send me some love. Send me some Kev mail. There you go. All right, have a good day. Take care. Bye.
Good job there again, Kev. It's a shame about Tom Petty, huh? A real shame. Talented man, gone way too soon, I tell you. You know, at my age, 78, I look at these guys checking out at that age, you know, they're up there, but they could have had a long way to go, you know, could have had a long way to go. All right, now we're going to take a trip down to Hampton, Virginia, and we're going to do that one of these days. We're going to go down there, eat some good food, listen to some good music, but until then, here's Ramblin Jake. Big pink pick of the week. Take it, Jake.
Karen Ann, and welcome to Victorian Station and this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick. I'm here with Ramblin Jake and Ray Bruce of Through With Therapy. We were talking in a past episode about how delighted we are to be celebrating 10 years of music here at Victorian Station. And part of that music kicked off with our award-winning open mic, these are our awards, with Von Deal and Sue Ann Doyer. But a very important person that was part of all of that was you, Ray Bruce. And you have a long history with Susie and
Yes,
Vaughn.
absolutely,
You played in a band that was regionally famous around here called the Susie Ray Vaughan Band.
Absolutely, one of the most enjoyable experiences of my life. Yeah,
And
I loved it.
Ramblin Jake, you have some musical history too with Vaughn that goes way back to your high school days. So tell us about that.
Well, I think most of us went to Bethel High School. They were a few years ahead of me, but back in the 73, 74 time frame, I was 16 years old. My best friend at the time, Robbie Pitt, or still my best friend, he had a connection with Vaughn through his best friend, Jeffrey Dill, Vaughn's younger brother. So after school, we used to sit around in Robbie's house on the floor playing the old LPs that we got from Von Deal. Now, what's kind of significant about that is up until that point, you know, I was a WGH top 40s pops, you know, kind of music that I was listening to. And I would say the shift of the Von Deal genre that I got hooked on ever since. So that's been going on for all these years. And then when I reconnected with Vaughn in 09, it was just a matter of time before he was over here and doing the wonderful magic that he did. Yeah.
And your big pink pick for this week is a song that Vaughn did. And Ray, are you going to tell us about that song?
Yeah, the Susie Ray Vaughan Band did.
Yeah, I think the song you're talking about is a song that was written by James McMurtry, called Out Here in the Middle. Susie Ray Vaughan performed that one night, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, great song. We'll get into it a little bit in just a minute. My biggest memory of that song actually doesn't have anything to do with the song itself. It's not a difficult song to play by any stretch, but something about the song, the way it was put together, tripped me up. I had a mental block against the song. I can't put a firm number on it, but we must have played it, I don't know, easily 25, 30 times.
We'll get to hear it.
And I think I got it. I think I got it right twice. And the recording that you guys have, is not one of those 2 times. Okay. Yeah. The song itself, a wonderful song. It's a little political. And you can read it, you know, as being literal. You can read it as being a little tongue-in-cheek, or you can read it as being overtly satirical, you know. And don't want to get into that too much here. Want to get on and hear the song, but Vaughn just had a knack, you know, for finding these obscure songs that nobody had ever heard that were just great. It's songs that were just too cool to be played on mainstream radio, you know, and this is just one of them, you know. And other songs like Wilson Pickett, there's a great story that don't want to spend the time to tell you that story. Maybe we can talk on into, you know, how that song got discovered, and it also spilled over into the songs that featured Sue Ann also. And I think we're going to hear a little bit more about that in a future interview. Okay. Okay. Good.
Very good. Well, I think it's a perfect fit for Victorian Station, so we look forward to hearing this week's Ramblin Jake Big Pink Pick.
We got justification for wealth and greed, hammer waves of rain, and bathtub speed. Now we even got Starbucks. What else you need?
Well, that wasn't so bad, Ray. You recovered well. I wouldn't have
Okay.
even known there was a mistake.
Okay, well, in that case,
You deserve your standing ovation.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for being with us, Ramblin' Jake. And thank you guys for all watching the Ramblin' Jake Big Pink Pick.
Anyhow, let's get to JCB music now. Here's my bromance. Everybody accused me of having bromance. And this is a commercial. He is so busy because these commercials and all, didn't have a chance to put a what's on the board together. I said, I'll just run your promo for you, brother. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run his commercial. And when we get back, Pelvis is going to say goodbye to you. But please stay for this commercial. Watch what JCB Music can do for you. And, you know, it's just with the internet and all that stuff, just send away files. Do what you got to do at your house, on your phone, on your computer, whatever. Send it to him. And, I mean, the man is a genius. In my mind, he is a damn genius. And he'll work miracles for you. Work miracles with my music. He'll work miracles for you. All right, so here we go. JCB Music, San Diego, Craig Blaine. All right, my friends and fans and everybody out there, Pelvis loves you for being a fan of this show, and I want you to continue being here, you know, and if you got ideas for the show, anything you want me to do for you, if it's worthwhile, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to, you know, like I always say, if you can pull a banjo string across a pig's butt and pluck it with your teeth and you're good at it, I'll promote you. But you better be good at that. Anyhow, send me your material. You know, send me what you got. If you want to be a part of the show, send me your ideas. We'll talk about it. Right there. Screw the News 2020, gmail.com. Buy me a coffee, buy a t-shirt for yourself, buy a coffee mug. Let people know that you screw the news. All right. And so this is Pelvis saying, you better stay safe, you better stay healthy, and you better keep on creating. Peace.